Podcasting from Hartford, you're listening to the Connecticut Scoreboard Podcast.
Well, excited to have you on the podcast talking back with your roots here in Connecticut. Thanks so much for coming on today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So take us through, I know your time at Xavier where you played, you broke a ton of records there. It's one of the more successful football programs in the state. What was it like playing for a program like that? And how has that prepared you to take these next steps to play both at Penn State and now at Kentucky?
Yeah, I loved my time at Xavier. I think a big part of it was just the culture that we had and our coaches just taking the program very seriously, especially in the off season. I mean, we worked as hard as anyone else in the weight room and just with workouts and conditioning in the off season as any other high school team in the country, I bet. And just those were the things that kind of helped us become a better team. I mean, we didn't have the best seasons really, even when I was there. But if it weren't for those kind of like standards that were set in place by the culture of the school and just the coaches in general, then we wouldn't have been nearly as good as what we were.
What's it been like making that move from playing football up here in Connecticut and then you're at Penn State in that Northeast style of football and now heading to SEC country? What's the change been like, if there has been one?
Not a lot of change. I think just that obviously from high school to college, the demand that an offense needs out of you is a lot higher, just with knowing how to read defenses and different kinds of progressions, stuff that like I didn't really do much of at all in high school. That is now so crucial to be a successful college quarterback. And it took me like a good year or so to really get comfortable doing that at Penn State. And I've gotten to a point now where I've gotten some playing time and just a lot of time like at quarterback under my belt. And I feel just really comfortable doing whatever's asked from me in these types of offenses. And obviously every offensive coordinator is going to have you running a different offense, but I think what I did at Xavier helped me pretty well for what was going to be asked of me, both at Penn State and here.
What got you interested in Kentucky when you made the decision that you were going to transfer out?
It was mostly just them reaching out to me. And when I realized they were interested, that's when I started kind of looking into them more and what they were all about, what their team was going to be like this year, what the coaching staff's goal is and what their just style is, and really, really meshed with their beliefs and their goals for the program. And then just as a school itself, just thought it was going to be a great opportunity for me to come here, play for a good team in a great conference, obviously like the SEC, and be able to go against great competition week in and week out.
I know you talked about, being well prepared given the reps you've gotten it, under your belt through your time, both in high school and at Penn State. What did you learn in particular, from your time at Penn State that you're bringing with you to Kentucky that you're excited to bring out on the field this year?
I think that any quarterback will tell you just with the amount of reps you get, you're able to distinguish and dissect defenses based on small movements. And I think the more and more you see them, just with whether it's safety rotation or like backer depth and alignment, even just like the cushion or like just alignment of the corners sometimes, the more you see it, there are like a limited amount of defenses that are played out there. And even though there's a lot, the more you see them, the more you're able to kind of put that in the Rolodex of your mind. And when you see it again, you know what to expect and what plays are good against what and what answers on certain plays are good against what. So, I mean, that's just repetition and getting more reps. Now that I'm the starter here, it also gets me more comfortable just seeing, like going against the first team defense right now, like in camp, and getting good on good reps with the players that I'm actually going to be throwing to in the game. So just I'm getting a lot more comfortable in that aspect, as well as just learning how to be a leader and how to lead my guys on the field and push them to the best of my ability.
What's it like coming in and being a transfer student? Is it like being a freshman all over again here? What's it been like, especially being the quarterback and being named, QB1 there, in terms of showing that leadership as someone who's new to the program as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the biggest challenge. Is obviously it wasn't a freshman in the fact that I knew what to expect from a strength and conditioning standpoint and
Right.
kind of what it took from that aspect, and was able to kind of come in being an older dude and still being able to try to be a leader kind of right off the bat. But the challenge came with just obviously, first of all, I have 100 plus guys that I've never met that I now need to learn their names at the very least. And then On top of that, I've spoken to this a couple of times, just how important it is to learn how to lead players individually. Obviously, you need to be a leader at quarterback, but then to take it a step further, you need to learn about the guys around you and like what the best way to get through to them is, because some guys are going to get led effectively differently than other guys. And so that's been my biggest challenge for me. I've gotten a lot better at since I've been here. I think I've done a good job asserting myself as a leader and just being a guy that the rest of the offense and the rest of the team can look up to.
What was it like going through camp this summer with there being a quarterback competition and ultimately coming out on top? But what was that like, really having to compete for the role this year?
Well, it's something that it's not necessarily new to me, just because for the last couple of years, I had been in a similar position. And especially like 2 summers ago when there was kind of the open competition between me and Sean at Penn State. And I knew how to approach it. And it was just to go out there every day and prepare my butt off and just try not to be caught off guard by anything, because you want to do anything in your power to be as comfortable as possible with your preparation, so that when you get on the field, it kind of just comes naturally. And I think I did a good job of that throughout this camp, and was able to go out there and execute the offense at a high level. And it just it kind of showed that I was definitely the guy to run this offense.
What's it been like getting to work with Coach Stoops? Because I know he's a great coach. It's got a great reputation. So what's it been like being able to work with him there?
He's a great guy. I mean, he's a funny dude. I mean, he's a guy you can go up to and talk to about anything. But at the same time, he demands a lot out of you. I mean, his whole thing is he respects us, we respect him, and just as long as there's that mutual respect between the two of us, then we're gonna be good as a team. But he'll get on you if he needs to, and he just does a good job of leading a program, and I think that's why he's like at least I've definitely seen while I've been here why he's been so successful with this program in the last few years.
As we're getting ready for this season to get started in the not too distant future here, coming up quickly, what are your thoughts on your team heading into the season, and how are you feeling about them?
I think we're going to be good. I mean, obviously this type of offense is something that hasn't been seen from Kentucky. Just with their past few years, it's been really run first, and then that hard-nosed good defense that they're known for, that they've had in these past few years, is what to expect again. But then on the offensive side, just a lot more throwing the ball and just passes thrown downfield, get some under center reps, and a lot of kind of actions and concepts that can be seen on a daily basis at the NFL level. Seeing that crossover, like when we're watching film of like NFL teams running the same concepts that we're running in practice, has been really, really cool. So that'll be interesting. And overall, just really solid running game like we always have been. And then combining that with a mixed and balanced passing game, I think we're going to have a really good team.
No, I think it's gonna be an exciting season for you guys, and I know the people up here, since it's not basketball, we can root for you guys in football down there, and what that's been like. I've got some just kind of quick ones as we head towards the end here. I love asking college players and coaches. I think one of my favorite things about college sports is the atmospheres you get to play in. Having been in college for a few years, where would you say has been the toughest place that you've gone to on the road that you've gotten to be in?
I would say that I've played in Ohio State, and then I didn't play in the game, but Iowa is a really, really cool place. Crowd's kind of right on top of you. It's jam-packed, really, really loud, but their fans are really, really crazy and energetic. But then Ohio State too, playing there a couple of years ago, getting thrown in there in the second quarter and playing the rest of that game. That was pretty loud too, and that was pretty cool.
Definitely. Yeah, no, two of the big place in college football, and you'll get to experience some more, I'm sure, this year in the SEC, getting to really go, where college football is even bigger than the Big Ten. So
for sure,
should be exciting. I've got to ask, as I was doing some research, I saw in your bio, it says you like to listen to pre-2012 Justin Bieber to calm your nerves. What's the go-to song there?
Probably Baby. I mean, that's just like classic,
Yeah.
Growing up like hating that song, and then once you mature and realize how great of a musical piece it is, it's pretty good.
I like it. I like it. And I've got to ask, you've been making the rounds this week, eating the banana full on with the peel. Is that something new, or is that something you've always done? What's the story behind that?
It's just something I did that one time, and I think I had seen someone else eat like a brown banana or something. I was like, let me take it to the next level. People have eaten crazier things, and I bet I can do it. And it honestly wasn't bad. It was pretty good. And I don't know how it got resurfaced because I posted it like a month ago or so.
Huh.
But someone found it and posted on Twitter or something that kind of just blew up from there. But pretty funny.
What's it been like seeing it blow up like that?
It's crazy. I mean, yesterday, like, people were sending me videos of me on like the Today Show. Someone sent me a link of an Austrian newspaper that had it there yesterday. I was like, how the heck did it get over there? But I mean, I don't think it's that crazy or funny to like get this much attention, but I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. I like the tweet yesterday, Chiquita, if they're out there now with NIL, right? Have they reached out yet?
No, I mean, maybe I'll try DMing them and try to make something happen, but that'll be cool.
Yeah, no, funny story. I'll get you out of here on this one. I know, coming from Connecticut, it's a college basketball state. You're at another big time college basketball school. Has anyone brought up the Kentucky UConn national championship game to you yet there?
Oh yeah. I mean, a bunch of my friends here are huge, like diehard UK basketball fans, just guys that have been here and grew up watching Kentucky basketball. And I make sure to mention it as much as I can. Just that I've seen more national championships in my lifetime than they have out of their basketball program. So, yeah,
I like it. There you go. Bringing the Connecticut heat down there. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, Will, really appreciate your time and coming on today, and best of luck this season. We'll be pulling for you up here.
Thanks so much, Jared.